out to my man's Pete, boy, you know the deal. The only place to go so you can get the real. And when you see the light, just know it's go time. No holds barred, cause it's showtime. Yeah. Shout out Pete. Shout out Pete. Shout out Pete. Shout out Pete. Yeah. Shout out Pete. Shout out Pete. Shout out Pete. Yeah. Shout out Pete.
Oh yeah, it's go time. Alright, it's a little bit better than last time already. Alright. Thank you for tuning in to episode 2 of the PierrePierre show. I keep saying PierrePierre Productions. This is my brother Rob. I introduced him last week or yesterday or whenever you heard this in the last YouTube video. First of all, I want to thank my boy Flammy, who we're going to be doing a recap to his mock draft for the NFL draft since it is draft week. We're going to be splitting the draft picks in half. He's a Chief fan. He probably won't get to the second half of the draft due to work, but I'll probably handle that myself in episode 2.5, which will probably be a couple days after this or on draft day. So we're probably going to get right to it.
Yeah.
What he said. So we're going to get right to it. I'm going to let Flammy do his thing, introing and whatnot. If you guys want to follow along, I believe the website is draftnetwork.com. And after that, make sure you guys follow Flammy at FlamGawdGaming on YouTube and Twitch, and Flammy Marciano, both of them, and Flammy Marciano at Flammy Marciano on Twitter and Instagram. Alright, let's get to it. Let's let Flammy do his talking thing.
My good peoples, what's going on? It's your boy Flammy Marciano, aka FlamGawdGaming, aka Daquan Fox, for those of you who just want to know me personally, you feel me? This video is from my good guy PierrePierreProductions, man. Make sure you guys check out his website, make sure you guys go check out his merch. Really good friend of mine, pretty much a brother, you know, and I'm my own child, so I don't know what a brother feels like, but I'm pretty sure it's like that.
I love you, man.
But today I'm going to do my own personal mock draft, and this is how I feel like the draft should go. This is just me personally. I feel like these are the best fits for each team, not necessarily what everybody is projecting every team to go. We will be drafting for all 32 teams. We're only doing the first round. So enough of the talking. Let's just get right into it. So we're going to go ahead and hit select all. And for those of you who want to do your own mock draft, this is the draftnetwork.com. If you guys just click the mock draft template, you can go ahead and do that. You can draft, like, so if I deselect all here, you can pick your favorite team.
Bro, no one cares about the damn Browns.
You can also choose to just draft round 1 through 3, all 7. It's up to you. But today we're going to do all 32 teams, just the first round.
Like it's a TV show.
I never
The big board doesn't really matter. This is the predicted board of how everyone thinks it's going to go. And this is the player rankings.
The funny thing is, I don't care about the first round just because the Rams don't have a first round pick.
So we're just going to do the first round. Draft pick speed. We're going to go normal.
But they're in the first.
Okay, so since we're gonna do all 32, we're just gonna keep it manual, all right? So we're gonna start the draft. So first up, I think this is pretty obvious. So everyone pretty much knows that Cincinnati is gonna go Joe Burrow. He's the hometown guy, pretty much the best quarterback in college last year. So this is pretty much a no-brainer. So we're gonna go ahead and go
Exactly, it's a no-brainer.
Some people question his arm strength.
I'm gonna go ahead and pause it real quick. Basically, Flammy, no-brainer. I could have skipped this pick and went straight to number 2. My only thing with Joe Burrow is, like you're gonna allude to, if I press, start again.
Like I said, the dude won a national championship, went undefeated.
Let me hold and get there.
The best teams in college football, I feel like that Texas game at the beginning of the season. Sorry, Pierre.
I forgot about that damn
line. That game definitely showed what he's capable of in the NFL. Do I like him going to Cincinnati?
No talent around him.
Because of the talent around him, and that owner doesn't like to spend money.
You don't want to see that nigga.
So it's going to be hard for a rookie quarterback to prosper.
Smack Cleveland around.
Similar to the Browns situation. Great quarterback, bad organization. It's going to be hard for him to, basically find his rhythm. But I wish him the best. I want Bro to prosper. I think our division is going to be super fun. You got the AFC.
I just don't know how Joe Burrow's going to do without being surrounded with hella talent like
Ben Roethlisberger's low-key
LSU
washed,
or
I'm biased.
Ohio State. So
Next
a couple linemen.
At number 2, we got the Washington
Oh, no,
Redskins.
okay,
I feel like this is no.
What were you saying?
You get a couple linemen and a tight end. You have a couple.
I mean, they have Jonah
AJ
Wood.
Green. You still got what's his name, Tyler Boyd. You got the slot. I forget his name. I think it's Taylor Caldwell, if I'm not mistaken. You got Joe Mixon still. You know what I'm saying?
You got Jenna Williams at lineman.
So
You got that old ass Eifert.
you could make do serviceable. You know what I'm saying? You just
For
gotta make sure you
for a
don't.
rookie season.
Yeah, you just gotta make sure you don't get beat up by the Steelers and the Ravens.
Is he better than Andy Dalton right now though?
I wouldn't think so. I would say he's better than them talent wise or skill wise. Excuse me. Excuse me. But he doesn't have the experience that Andy has, and I think that's where he'll get him at. I think that open competition. I think Andy can beat him out, but he's been in the league forever and he's a rookie. Blah blah blah. They'll just throw him in the fire.
Makes sense. All right, let's get back to this.
A no-brainer
Flammy
as well,
topic.
but there has been a little chirping going on as far as Redskins trading
Bless you.
back this pick, just because they feel like they can get. They don't need an edge rusher. If anything, they need to protect their investment in Dwayne Haskins.
Protect
So
your
I feel like they
investment.
might trade back in the first round, but we're not going to do that. So what we're going to do is going to go nice and simple, best player available, Chase Young. Dude's a savage. Like if he wasn't suspended for those games, he would have easily broke the sack record for NCAA. Like
And you
hands
speak to
down,
that?
he was a monster.
Chase
Super
Young,
fast,
no.
comes off the edge. I believe he ran like a 4.5, if I'm not mistaken. Man's just built like a freaking freak. He's gonna hoop. He's gonna hoop for sure.
Hold on,
People
sir.
But yeah, I don't dispute it, but I feel like people don't want to say it or they're too scared to say it, but he's damn near better than Nick Bosa, but nobody wants to admit it. But I feel like he's in that clowning J.J. Watt like class coming out of college. You know what I'm saying? People just don't want to give him that pass, maybe because he got suspended, like Flammy said,
Or it's because
whatever.
he played with Bosa. But it's like,
But they all play with
exactly,
each
me
other,
and
so
Flammy talking
you
about
can't,
that, yeah.
you know what I'm saying, give anybody a pass, you know what I'm saying, if you don't get hit one. So,
Yeah, makes sense. But he's a freak, so I'm excited to see what he brings.
ridiculous.
Back to you, Flammy.
Sleep on the Washington Redskins defense, especially under Ron Rivera. I feel like Chase Young is definitely going to prosper. Ron Rivera is just a really great defensive mind. And people sleep on the Redskins defense, man. Ryan Kerrigan is going to be a great mentor to Chase Young. Built similarly, Chase Young a little more bendy, a little more athletic. I feel like he's definitely going to prosper here under Ron Rivera. But they do need to help and shore up that offensive line. They got enough offensive weapons, but they can always get more. So next up, pick number 3, Detroit Lions.
This is where it gets a little
This is
tricky.
where it gets a little tricky. Like I said, this is how I believe it should go. Lions did lose Darius Slay. The Lions also don't have any pass rush. The Lions
Everything.
are also lacking in just defensively as a whole. Offense, not so much. Maybe they can use another receiver. Kerryon Johnson has shown flashes of greatness, but his health is definitely at question. But at number 3, I feel like, Matt Stafford's been there for a while. And I don't feel like you necessarily have to bench him. But you got to go Tua right here, man. Tua is
I
just
understand it.
a great prospect
But I'll
on
let
its
you break this one
own.
down.
Not so much a flashy quarterback, but he makes great throws, great decision making. People are worried about his injury history, but I don't see that being an issue in the NFL. Like Nick Saban said, those injuries were a result of him trying to make the big play and be great for his team. Of course, sometimes you do have to slide. Sometimes you do have to, just fall down the Peyton Manning method that a lot of people frown on.
I don't dispute it, but me personally, I don't think Stafford's going anywhere anytime soon.
Nope.
Shit, if Tom Brady played at 42, all you got to do is keep on getting Stafford healthy and healthier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And keep on building around him. And there's so many linemen. And if you want a quarterback for the future, you can get one later on with all these quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like they should go Jeff Okudah with Darius Slay leaving. And they have Aaron Rodgers in their division. Kirk Cousins, even though he's not all that, but he still passes all day.
Kirk.
Fucking Matt Nagy and all them in Chicago, they want to pass the ball.
Chicago, and they just got Nick Foles.
Nick Foles, you know what I'm saying? So Jeff Okuda is 6'1", like 205 pounds, runs like a 4'4", 4'3", whatever. He's like Jalen Ramsey to me. He just doesn't look like the physical specimen, but don't let that fool you. You know what I'm saying? Like his footwork is top notch. His instincts, he can play anything off man, zone man, press, like whatever you need. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like just go get you a shutdown corner to, you know what I'm saying, lock up with Devontae Adams and all these other receivers in the division.
Exactly. I'm with that.
I feel like Tua
where are you at
is
with
the
Tua,
guy
sir?
who's gonna add life to this franchise. A franchise that's always been this close. A franchise who definitely needs a spark. You know, with Kenny Galladay, a receiver that I called as far as greatness. Marvin Jones. T.J. Hawkinson, the young tight end, who also had injury issues, but you know, coming back fresh after a long offseason. You don't necessarily have to play Tua right now.
That's the only reason it makes sense to me, because you don't have to play Tua now.
Passing up on this guy. A lot of people have Detroit taking Jeffrey Okuda. Some people have them.
They got him falling in the
taking
first
Isaiah
round,
Simmons.
like Aaron Rodgers.
You kind of can't be wrong with any of those picks, but I feel like you can always get a great linebacker or a great corner. Either, you know, trade up at the end of the first round next year.
You'll get corners like that every now and then.
But I'm definitely going Tua right there.
Jeffrey.
Next up, we have number 4. Now, this is tricky. The Giants believe they have their quarterback.
Danny
Jones.
Dimes.
I don't think he stinks. I feel like he's formidable. You definitely have to respect him. But yeah, I think this is David Gettleman. Where we're talking about people. This is not the guy who's going to go with the traditional pick, you know.
This is your pick, Flammy,
I don't want them to take this person, but I feel like they should take this tackle. Knowing Gettleman, he's probably going to go Isaiah Simmons here, or if Okuda falls back, they're going to go Jeffrey Okuda.
Jeffrey fell back in your draft.
Just to be sure, bro, I kind of like Jedrick Wills right here. Protect your investment. Protect your franchise guy. Make your offensive line a lot stronger. You have Saquon Barkley, bro. Saquon's been putting up numbers with a offensive line. You know?
Go ahead.
See, but for me, I feel like Flammy's reaching right here. Offensive linemen, to me, they come a dime a dozen. You can find them in the 5th round. Like, honestly, if you really do your scouting and your staff is really good with development skills and stuff like that, if they pass on Isaiah Simmons right here, they're sick.
Especially with no linebackers on that team. And,
Ogletree.
And you can pair. And I think he's a free agent because the Rams are looking at him. You can pair him with Jabril Peppers and a safety and have. But just have him different coverage. Have him be in the box.
And a lot of people want him to drop back to safety, but I feel like that takes away from him being a linebacker, because if you put him at safety, you know what I'm saying, then you're going to have him drop down at linebacker anyway. You're going to have to bring another DB in there and be running a lot of dime, and that's stupid to me. You know what I'm saying? So let him be that generational talent that he's going to be if he has that work ethic. Leave him at linebacker. He's going to match up against every running back, every tight end. He played over 200 snaps at corner. You could leave him in there. He could guard against slot.
You brought that stat up. You brought that stat up. He missed 40 tackles this year.
Who? No, that wasn't Isaiah Simmons. Okay. It was somebody else from LSU.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So just let that boy wreak havoc. He's going to stay on the field every down. And with him staying at linebacker, because I think Flammy said he should switch to safety or something to be more like Derwin James. You know what I'm saying?
He put that to us.
Yeah. So my thing was leave him at linebacker, and you don't have to worry about playing chess with a lot of people. Now they have to worry about playing chess with you, because, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to switch when they bring in speedy receivers and stuff like that. You're smooth because you already got somebody who can do everything you need to do. You know what I mean?
Only thing is, I believe, Jedrick Wills? Mm-hmm. I believe he's going to be fine as far as, because he looks the most pro-ready.
Yeah.
And he protected Tua. And he played he was a right tackle in college, so he's going to have to switch to left, which is not it's a problem from some, but with his experience and just like his athleticism and his like technique, he's going to make this the transition smooth. I just feel, like you said, you have bigger needs for the Giants than O tackle, because this is a deep draft in with O tackle, so you can get one in the 2nd or 3rd round.
And it's like, to me, you want to build on as many skill position players as you can, like when you can. Like if they're there, just grab them.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, you're good. What's that? What's the next? Oh yeah, so
But
yeah. And plus, my other thing is,
with the pickup of their interior
I
offensive
feel like
line,
it's
they need to definitely
Alabama
shore up
linemen
that
are like
tackle
hit
side
or
of the
miss.
tackle
Hit or
of
miss.
Daniel Jones.
All of them.
Especially
Greg
with the
Robinson,
Dallas defenses,
Cam
defensive front is gonna have to
Robinson,
face.
like
Chase Young
even
is probably going to be.
who was on the Bengals?
You have to worry about
like Jonah or whatever.
No,
not him.
the black dude, the bald dude, Andre Johnson. Or
Yeah,
something?
him,
his
offensive line, man.
what was his
Knowing
name?
Gettleman, he's
I
probably
think
not
it
going
was
to go
Andre
here.
something.
He had one good year.
James Carpenter or whatever, or Andre Carpenter, one of them.
Automatic with offensive linemen, pretty much.
Like yeah, they go in the first round, but they never pan
Same
out.
thing with their
Number
safeties.
5.
They go in the first round and they're just not there.
Now Miami
Hit
is
or
a little
miss.
tricky. So let's say Joe Burrow's gone.
Miami needs a good quarterback.
Let's say
my biggest one, Miami.
Tua's gone.
I actually
at
have.
3.
I've read reports
people are
that
saying
they have
Miami
Justin
needs a
Herbert
quarterback. Miami needs a quarterback.
going.
Miami is not in
to
a
Miami.
win now
Yeah.
position. Now, if you
But I
want to
still
keep
like
it
John
being,
Frozen.
they paid Xavier Howard. I forgot who else they picked up, but I'm pretty sure they picked up
Byron
another
Jones.
great corner. So you don't have to worry
Byron
about your
Jones,
secondary
buddy.
as much. You did trade Minka Fitzpatrick, but you also have to remember Miami has 3 first-round picks. Right? So, right now, you can shore up this offensive tackle, or you can add this player to me, who is the best player in the draft, and Isaiah Simmons. Now, Isaiah Simmons
That's the only reason
is
why I
listed
said
as a
different, 'cause
linebacker
they
here,
just signed all
but
those
I see him
linebackers
as more of
in free
a
agency.
Derwin
Who they
James
get?
kind of player who
Kyle
plays
Van
everywhere,
Noy,
could play any position. And not only can he
and
play at
somebody
every
else.
position, but
I
at
know
every
they got,
position he's a difference maker.
Alex Okafor, right?
And with
One of
Coach
them from the
Flores,
Chiefs.
who's a defensive mind,
That's available.
excuse me, you got to think
Mo Jeffrey.
this guy is probably the best player in the draft, and you kind of can't pass that up. Your quarterback is gone. Your quarterback's been taken. The best pass rush has been taken. You gotta make this play right here
There's
and
names
pick
on
up
the
Isaiah
board. He's
Simmons,
saying a lot
man.
of crazy stuff.
Dude's a beast. He's a monster. I feel like he's gonna be a difference maker right off the bat,
Crazy
similar to
on the
Devin
button.
Bush
Chase on
from
is
last year, similar
amazing
to
pass rusher.
the other Devin. This guy's a beast, super fast, super athletic. He's gonna make plays. The Patriots are no longer seen as the favorites right now.
They don't have Tom Brady.
The
No.
Bills, I feel like with an athletic quarterback like Josh Allen and
Alice first on
athletic
Josh.
quarterback like Josh Allen, Sam Darnold, you're gonna need a guy who could play sideline to sideline and wreak havoc and be annoying. This is the guy you want to go for right here in Isaiah Simmons. Next up at pick number 6. Now,
We're only at 6. Jesus Christ.
Tyrod Taylor is their quarterback right now.
Before we get to pick 6, what's up?
No, that's what I'm saying. Pick 6. At pick 6, I had the Chargers getting Tua
Okay.
at 6, and it's because they have Tyrod Taylor, and I don't think Tyrod Taylor is necessarily a bridge, because if people are scared about Tua's hip and they really think he needs to sit, then he could sit there. And I think of Junior Seau when I think of Tua and the Chargers now. You know what I'm saying? And just like the vibe and
you're
all
thinking
that.
of marketing
And like the connection they have, you know what I mean?
He's trying to get that guap.
All the receivers and the weapons and the defense that they have now.
He would sell hella tickets.
So I see it like that. And if you don't think about the hit and just him being that electric lefty that he is, he reminds me of fucking Russell Wilson running around there, but he has that zip on his pass like Michael Vick did. You know what I'm saying? But I really think that the Chargers, if he's there, should not pass on Tua, period.
I see. Like I said, the report saying they're going Herbert, which Flammy has, or no,
Tyrod doesn't
Herbert
stink,
going to
but Tyrod
Miami.
is not elite either. He's kind of in that slightly above average
My
kind of
God, Tyrod has a cannon, bruh.
Beautiful deep ball.
Do you go quarterback here?
Because
Do you go quarterback, or
so why not?
you
Your
can just go
future
interior
quarterback,
defensive
That's why it's
line and
fine
help
getting
out
Herbert, too.
Ingram and Bosa.
Well, either or.
But honestly, I feel
Can't
like
lose.
your guy, he's a West Coast
Coast
kid,
kid.
used to playing on the West Coast.
And he's so
You gotta
nonchalant,
go
which is
Justin
everyone
Herbert right
hates.
here.
But I love it.
Justin Herbert is definitely going to make plays for you.
All right.
He's
Hold on, Flammy. Before you get to Herbert, because I don't really have much to say about him, because I'm a Herbert believer. I just feel that everyone was kind of, this wasn't the Oregon team of old. And Herbert probably should have left last year, but he stayed, and then he showed us that he was a winner. So like a lot of scouts are saying he's this or that. He's not like the vocal leader. He's what is it, introvert. It's just like all these things to like try to make him sound bad. But I feel like what he's gonna bring to your organization from a skill level, it's especially. I mean, there's reports he's a great leader. So unless you're in the locker room with him, we won't know. But I feel talent wise, especially in the West Coast, like you said, he'll be perfect. So.
Silent assassin.
Yeah. All right.
You got to look at the teams he's played last year, and the good teams. He did pretty good. Like people are looking at it as like Oregon's not back to what Oregon used to be, and automatically crossing Justin Herbert off the list. Justin Herbert's been putting up great numbers for a couple years now.
Should he won a Rose Bowl
This guy was
with no games?
low-key projected to
I mean,
go
no passes.
the number one quarterback off the board last year. Came back, didn't do as well and dominate as much as people thought, but he's definitely going to be a playmaker. Keenan Allen, at receiver, Mike Williams. You have a young tight end. Running game, Austin Eckler is a great check down.
That's why
he's
always
more
great
than a
for
check
rookie
down.
quarterbacks.
People don't understand
Justin
that.
Herbert, I feel,
I really
is the
thought
best
Tom was
fit
going
here.
there.
And like I said, these young quarterbacks are adding a spark to, drolling, mulling franchises. I feel like Justin Herbert is that hope that Chargers fans definitely need. So I feel like he's going to hoop there. At pick number 7, we have the Carolina Panthers. Now,
He slipped.
looks like the Panthers.
For the Panthers, I have them getting Derek Brown for Auburn because I feel like he's the best interior D lineman in the draft. And when I look at him, I see Albert Haynesworth. Period. Just a pure disruptor. Somebody who's going to get double teamed all day, but he still has that quick twitch to get deep within the backfield.
See what I was gonna say? K1 short but bigger.
Yeah, that too.
And then you pair him with Star, right? Star's there. So.
Yeah.
K1's there still too, right?
I think so.
Damn, bro.
I feel like you go there, but you need to get younger. You know what I'm saying? And especially with Cap, and you just signed Cap Space, I should say, and you just re-signed Christian McCaffrey to an extension. So you want to make sure your money's still there, and you got Teddy Bridgewater now, and you signed Robbie Anderson. So I feel like your offense is pretty much getting to where it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? So, and fuck, Tom Brady just went to the Bucks.
You're gonna need makes sense.
The Saints are always there. Who else is in that division? The Falcons on paper look nice. They have 10 former first round picks on offense. No, I'm just saying or whatever. So it's like you really need that, like, on your defensive front. So.
But his pick's good too, though. So.
No, but I'm just saying because that's who I had coming right.
His pick is fine with everything you said. So I won't spoil it.
Are putting all their money in on Teddy Bridgewater, so they have their quarterback, I'm guessing. They have their wide receivers. They have their run game. Just signed CMC to a 4-year, $64 million deal with incentives. I'm hearing.
Incentive.
They lost Kuechly, unfortunately, to retirement. Thomas
that
Davis
one hurt. Kuechly retiring hurt.
Supposedly coming back to play for Ron Rivera. They have a new coach. I feel like the fact that he fell this low, it's going to be a blessing in disguise. But you got to go Jeffrey Okudah, man. Especially with those weapons in that NFC South division. Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, Michael Thomas. What's that old fast guy's name?
Ted Ginn, buddy.
Or New Orleans. Fluff it. But you get what I'm saying. Like in that division, the NFC South, Tampa Bay now has Brady, Goodwin, Mike Evans. I feel like Okudah can play with any of these guys. No pass interference calls, no defensive calls,
that clip up
no
when he
sloppy
says this.
play. His fundamentals are sharp. Ohio
Pull
State
up
is
the tape.
hitting with
Pull
every
up the
single
tape.
DB they've been putting in the draft.
Like your receipt?
Denzel Ward, Marcus Lattimore.
Marshawn
They just don't miss,
Lattimore.
you know what I'm saying? So I feel like Jeffrey Okudah is
He named
definitely
two
going to
corners
be a
that
great
don't
fit in
miss.
Carolina. And he's going to make it a little easier for the quarterbacks, you know? You don't have to worry about playing on a short field every time. Next up at number 8, this is a tough pick for Kingsbury and company.
This ain't tough at all,
You
buddy.
had your quarterback in Kyler Murray. A couple years ago, you wasted your first-round pick
Easy
on
pick.
Josh Rosen, who you ended up
It's not a
trading
waste.
for anyway.
They hold Josh.
I feel like you kind of got to protect your investment, and this is a heavy offensive tackle draft. A lot of people expect Tristan Wirfs to be here, who's a great passing tackle or offensive tackle.
Great.
But I think the guy who they should go with, Andrew Thomas down here, his footwork is impeccable. Now, I don't think Cardinals are going to go number 8, but I feel like Andrew Thomas will be the best pick for them. I feel like they might go wide receiver to add to that wide receiver core already. But they do have DeAndre Hopkins. They do have Fitz. They do have Christian Kirk. They do have Hakeem Butler. They just have a bunch of weapons already. Run game, they already have Kenyon Drake, and
Chase Edmonds,
the other fast guy who's slipping my mind right now. But I feel like you got to protect your investment is so important in the NFL with protecting your young quarterbacks. One ACL tear might set you back 2-3 years.
Why did you say that?
Especially on the blind side with a small guy like Kyler Murray who's not huge in stature. Give him time to make plays. Kyler Murray's going to go crazy. Andrew Thomas, to me, is probably the first or second best.
Andrew Thomas is the best.
To me personally, a lot of people have him as the fourth.
He's the only left tackle
but this
that's
guy's
in the top
footwork is
3.
immaculate. You kind of
Like
can't
offense
pass up on
tackles.
him.
Sorry, I'm fine with that.
Next up at number 9, I don't know why they did this, but looks like the Jags are all in on Gardner Minshew.
He don't know why, but Baker's his
Even though they do
quarterback.
have
That makes no
another
sense
pick
to
at
me.
Pick number 20. They're not going to go
I
quarterback.
don't know why.
But you got to go interior defensive line. And to me, where is he? This guy, Javon Kinlaw, is the best interior defensive lineman in the draft.
Yeah.
Some people say Derek Brown is better, a little more athletic. But Javon Kinlaw is chaos. Chaos in a package, bro.
I agree with what he's saying. I do. But I feel like that's a reach for them at 9. Especially when they have pick 20. I personally had Kinlaw going at 19 or 20. Same to the Jags too, but I had him going at 19 or 20 to the Raiders or Jags though. But not that high, but same team. But that's just a little bit of a reach. Because yeah, he's good, but he's really not. Like, he doesn't pop off the tape at you like Derek Brown, and they're the same position. And yeah, and plus I don't see him going before Derek Brown, and he hasn't going before Derek Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way in hell to me. So yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah. So, all right.
Package, bro. This dude destroys interior offensive lines, breaks pockets, makes quarterbacks roll out. And like I said, in that division, bro, with Deshaun Watson, who's Colts quarterback?
Rivers, stupid.
Brissett, quarterbacks like that, if you give them time, they're gonna pick you apart. Javon Kinlaw is gonna make sure that doesn't happen. So if the Jags are smart, they'd go with this guy. And I'm not saying Derek Brown is a scrub. Don't get it mixed up. Javon Kinlaw is definitely the guy you want to hoop with right here.
Need some water, buddy.
Now you see what
jersey I'm wearing.
You see the beanie I'm rocking. I told you guys what I care about most. I care about protecting your investment. Now, a lot of people are saying we're trading back. Some people are saying we're trading up for Isaiah Simmons. I don't see that happening. If anything, got to protect your investment. Tristan Wirfs falling to 10 is beautiful. But
beautiful.
I feel like we're going to utilize a run a lot more. Now that Stefanski's the guy in charge. The former offensive coordinator.
Dude, he was so mad about this pickup.
So beautifully. Tristan Wirfs is a great pass guy. Don't like him as much in the run as most people do. But I've seen this man right here push a Ford F-350 with the brake lights on. You got to go Mekhi Becton.
All right, fine. Before you get there. Okay, one, I'm agreeing with you. You guys run a spread offense. He's strong as hell, athletic as hell. He blocked for Lamar Jackson. It's a win. It's a win.
Bravo.
But you can't go top 10 with allegations and like you failed drug tests like right before the draft. That's the only thing. And
virtual draft.
The virtual draft. So your virtual stock went down. Yeah, that was a trash joke. But yeah, I mean he fits, but I feel like he's really gonna his draft stock's gonna fall just off the fact that so close to the draft you're getting these failed reports and then you get to explain yourself to teams. So, but it's good. It's a good pick if he didn't have the reports because I like him better than what's his name, the guy from Iowa. I'm not gonna remember, but yeah, that's funny.
Not only that, people sleep on Mekhi Becton and forget he was the guy who protected Lamar Jackson when he was in college. So Mekhi Becton clearing the way for Nick Chubb, helping Baker out on the blind side. because we needed a tackle really bad.
You said Greg
It was disgusting.
Robinson.
Watching
Always
Baker
around
run
left.
away from those pockets. Kareem
Career
Hunt's going to be
won't know who
there.
That's from.
I feel safe with number 10. And if we draft him at number 10, best believe I'm getting a Makai new Browns jersey. Shout out to them new unis. You feel me?
Yeah.
Next up, pick number 11. You got the Jets, who also need to protect their investment in Sam Darnold. Now, I was a big fan of Sam Darnold coming out of college. Seeing him in the NFL kind of made me glad that we went with Baker Mayfield. But I feel like if you give Sam Darnold some time, bro, some protection, I can see Sam Darnold prospering. So if you're smart, once again, Tristan Wirfs, who some have as the best tackle in the draft, if he's there,
I have Tristan Wirfs on my list.
Okay, we both could go here because I have one of my picks going to the Jets, so you could go first.
All right, I'm fine with Tristan Wirfs. So I can't say his name. Is it an F?
Tristan W.
Tristan W. Exactly, with a period. I'm fine with him, but you lost Robbie Anderson. You have no receivers. You have no DB technically. I mean, Tremaine Johnson.
I think they let that nigga go.
Exactly. So you have no DBs. You've been overpaying for linebackers recently. So what you need is a
Hold on. CJ Mosley's fine. He just got hurt, bro. Like week 2.
Overpaying for
He's not
linebackers.
overpaying my guy. Shit.
So what you need to do is either invest. I understand protecting your investment, Flammy. I understand it.
They come a dime a dozen.
But like you said, it's a deep draft for an offensive lineman. So what you gotta do is you're either gonna get an edge rusher, which you keep missing on. You're gonna get a receiver, which you desperately need right now because I don't know who the receivers are.
Jamison Crowder, and I don't know if they brought back Demarius Thomas.
Okay, I don't know who the other receivers are.
Jamison Crowder and Quincy Enunwa.
Quincy Newell can't stay healthy.
Exactly. I'm just telling you who they have.
So you have to go corner receiver, in my opinion.
And who I have them getting is Jerry Jeudy. They let go of Robbie Anderson, and he was mainly a deep threat. I feel like what they need is a true polished receiver. You can argue who's the best receiver in the draft all you want, but I feel like the best,
Ruggs.
He's not the best.
Ruggs.
Okay.
Ruggs.
He don't have the best routes, but I feel like Ruggs don't have the best routes. But I feel like Jerry Jeudy has the best routes. He does everything you need him to do in a receiver standpoint. You could put him X, Y, Z, whatever in the slot, backfield. He could do the little whip arounds, jet sweeps, all that shit. Like, and he's so crisp and smooth with his shit. He reminds me of Devontae Adams when he runs his routes. If you like watch him, like the way he sets you up, like with his stems and shit like that. And with the ball in his hands, his one cuts and stuff like that, he reminds me of Deshaun Jackson a little bit back in the day. He does. Like if you watch him run, just his style. You know what I'm saying? He's not fast like that, hell no. But just how they play.
Deshaun. But yeah,
watch. Put the tape on.
Put the tape.
Would you like your receipt?
You got to take him. But, like I said, this is a deep offensive lineman draft.
But you have like 3
Robbie
linemen
Anderson's
up here already.
not going to be in that organization
He's
much
gone, hasn't
longer.
Yeah, he's on the Panthers.
The best wide receiver in the draft, bro, Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Judy's going to be there.
We're here, my guy.
I mean, the best route runner I've seen in this draft class, dude hooped in Alabama.
Biletnikoff
Made some of the best cornerbacks in college look like freshman JUCO players. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Jerry Judy's definitely going to help out. Definitely going to take the top off of defenses, make it a little easier for Le'Veon to cook. Although Le'Veon is looking like he's having
the coach said he didn't want him.
Adam Gase is trash,
I feel like Jerry Judy's definitely going to take the top off here. Next up, we have the Oakland Raiders. It looks like they're in company for a wide receiver, which I can definitely see. But they also need a DB.
Another thing that's gonna help.
But
Raiders are getting a receiver first.
Derek Carr.
They're getting a receiver
This
first.
is a deep wide receiver draft. But you guys know.
But nothing can help Derek Carr. He's a bum.
Mayock.
Although I had
You guys know
Marriott
they
starting
like them big play offensive players, man.
halfway through the season.
And what's a
Mariota?
bigger
Mariota,
offensive playmaker than CeeDee
Super
Lamb?
Mario.
CeeDee Lamb and Jerry Jeudy.
Oh,
are
perfect,
one
Fleming.
in my book.
I have-
you can't go wrong.
Go ahead.
It's not on this or nothing, but like, because I don't have them on my list or anything like that. But if he's there, you know, just knowing them, Hayward Bay, the Raiders ain't passing up on Ruggs. That's just me.
That's that. You know what's
I'm sorry, speed.
if Davis if the Davis Blood's there, yeah.
Nigga, what?
But CeeDee Lamb, bro, is the best contortionist in the draft.
Easily.
It's
He's a
not,
ballerina.
bro. It makes no sense.
Smooth.
So although he's not slow either, because I like this 4.5, bro.
No.
That's I mean it's not fast, but that's hop speed. Hopper in a 4.6. So, and when he gets the ball in his hands, he's so much faster than like it's like
His game
speed.
Yeah,
Exactly. We're brothers. You can tell. All right. So I mean, this doesn't need to be said. Anything else said? Flammy, back to you.
Either one. CD Lamb maybe a little more successful when it comes to 50-50 one-on-one passes or catches.
Spectacular catches.
I
baby.
definitely
Spectacular
like
catch
this.
can be 80.
That get off
80.
SPC,
Although
nigga.
the Raiders do need to shore up that DB core with Carl Joseph heading out. But I definitely like CD Lamb. CD Lamb helps out a lot. Teams aren't going to be able to just put 8 in the box to stop Josh Jacobs. Now you got to worry about Hunter Renfrow, CD Lamb, and Tyrell Williams, who did put on a nice little show last year. And let's not forget the tight ends they got: Jason Witten and Darren Waller. I like the Raiders.
Fabian.
I'm not saying they're going to make playoffs or anything, but they're not going to be a pushover.
He's been there.
I feel like they're going to be a lot better than
Nah,
they
the
were
safety
last
is
year.
what tight end or something. It's like Fabian Kamaru or something.
For sure. Shout out to the Oakland Raiders, man. Shout out to the Yay area, bro. Well, they are
Los
the Raiders
Angeles.
now. Excuse me.
I mean,
Next up,
Vegas.
we're gonna head a little bit across the way. Head over to these Niners.
He just said across the bay after you said Vegas.
Colts for trading Defoe. I don't know if I would have traded Defoe, but they did get a first rounder out of it. Now, to make up for that Defoe absence,
DeForest Buckner,
I'm not
bro.
gonna lie,
Default
the
sounds nasty.
Niners' pressure in the Super Bowl kind of died off in the second half. You know what I'm saying? Defoe was getting double teamed a lot. Eric Armstead kind of disappeared. Nick Bosa made, I think, one play.
Super Bowl champion.
You got to go Derrick Brown right here, man. The Niners are one.
Bro, they get
one
Derrick
play
Brown
away from
right
winning
here.
the Super Bowl. Does
For a
Derrick Brown
slip?
help their chances? Maybe, possibly. I could definitely see it. But you kind of can't pass up on this guy. He's the best defensive tackle on some people's boards. I feel like he's the second best defensive tackle.
I think 11 through 13 is going to be
He helps
three
out
straight
a lot on the
receivers.
inside. Like I said, fresh
That's
legs,
just me,
young cat
personally.
coming in, adding some more
Period.
oomph to that.
Especially with Daniel
defensive
Sanders
front.
leaving.
That's dope. So I feel like Derrick Brown's a great
Bro,
fit.
Rugs.
All three of them are gone, bro, right there.
It's been a while since they made a splash in free agency. When you want to talk about a splash, they got arguably the best
Brady from the Bay.
NFL player.
Brady
of
from
all
the Bay.
time At
Brady
quarterback,
from the Bay.
Tom Brady. Now he has the weapons: wide receiver,
What's his new
Wide
name?
receivers. tight end,
Running
running back.
he's trying
You
to
can't make a
yeah. It's
you can't make a
Tampa
case
Brady
for it.
and
But Tom Brady's not young. Tom Brady don't
something
want to roll
else.
out. Tom Brady not trying to run QB power, QB option. You know what I'm saying? Tom Brady's a pocket guy.
Tampa
Now,
Brady.
I feel like you got to go
and,
Tristan Wirfs right here. The best offensive
Tampa
tackle. But
Bay.
then again, I can't see Tampa Bay trading back.
I
Just
thought Tampa
because
Bay
a lot
was
of
trash,
people
but
need
Tampa
offensive
Brady's hard.
tackles in
Tampa
this
Brady's
draft. But Tristan Wirfs, like I said, one of the best offensive tackles.
Played
in
right
this
tackle in
draft.
college. That's the only thing I don't like about a lot of these dudes.
Might be just the last offensive tackle in the draft, in the first round, excuse me. Got to go here. Protect your investment.
Good fit.
Your investment ain't that young, but I mean, 6 rings. How do you argue that? You got to protect them.
Protect
Next
your
up, we got the
investments.
Denver Broncos, who just picked up Melvin Gordon. So you can cross run game off, which is kind of confusing to me, given they already had Philip Lindsay and they already had Royce Freeman, who were a pretty formidable running back duo.
Royce Freeman stinks.
But hey, you know, you like it, I love it. At wide receiver, they definitely need a wide receiver here. They had
We're doing the same thing.
Cortland Sutton kind of came off and did what he did and made plays late in the season. The quarterback they had, Drew Lock, I like him. I like Drew Lock. I feel like Drew Lock could definitely be something great in this league. And what's a better way to help him out? They already have a great offensive line, although they did have a couple of injuries that kind of set them back a bit. Let's take the top off, bro. Shout out to Gunna. Let's add Henry Ruggs, the speed demon, to the team.
Best receiver in the draft.
Melvin Gordon, Philip
Best
Lindsay,
receiver in the draft. Hold on.
Before you say that. He probably will be in the NFL, but he's not the polished coming out. That's all I'm saying.
Time out to you and time out to everybody in the world. Alabama held him back. Playing with Devin Smith and Jerry Judy.
I said polished. He still get run routes. Is that good?
That's fine.
That's why I said
he's,
polished.
He's better than Tavon Austin. Coming out,
I'll give you all
a better
that.
player coming out. Tavon Austin. I'm the biggest Tavon Austin fan in the world.
I'll give you all that.
He's more ready than Tyreek was.
I'll give you all that.
So
I'll give you all that. He played at Bama for crying out loud.
I know. Only thing is, I don't see what you got using him like any Tyreek use.
You know what I'm saying?
I have him. If they don't use him right, he's gonna be Tavon.
I'm just saying he ain't got the route. Just like Tyreek didn't have the routes coming in. That's all I'm saying. Like,
Shout out.
That's it.
Just call Coach Dub. It's
You
simple.
know,
He
shit.
gets
But
it right.
like they were saying, don't let that motherfucker slip because you already seen we put it out there. We coming for him.
The Chiefs get Henry Ruggs. I won't watch football this year. I promise.
Cortland Sutton, Henry Ruggs.
He's the fastest kid
You
alive.
gotta pick your poison. You know what I'm saying? And Drew Luck definitely came along.
I'll fight you.
Definitely came along at the end of the season.
So last pick.
I feel like you go Henry Ruggs, take the top off, make a play.
Or we can wait.
Shout out to the Broncos, man. That division.
No, I'm saying
my
that's the next
sleeper
one.
division, man. Raiders, Broncos. I feel like it's you know the Chiefs are there as well and the Chargers, but those are 4 really good teams, man. So I would definitely keep an eye out on
The
that
Raiders are
division.
good.
Next
I
up,
thought
we
they were
have
gonna be
Atlanta
cool
Falcons.
coming into the season, but
A lot
damn,
of people have been whispering about a Julio
the fucking
trade, but I
frostbite
don't see
foot
anything
turned that
catching
hole
steam.
upside down, huh?
I honestly believe that you gotta go DB here. Now, do you go safety, corner, or you know, it's this is a tough one. This one, I wouldn't be surprised if they
Scratching the
trade
shit
back
out of his
either. So I definitely see them taking best player available. And as I'm looking on the board here, they already have Todd Gurley. They did give up
I'll leave
Adrian
that out.
Claiborne, Xavier McKinney. These Alabama safeties have been hooping in the league recently. But I feel like you got to shut down one of the Excuse me. I feel like you got to shut down one of the sides of one side of the field at least. Do I think he's a shutdown corner? No. Do I feel like he's the best corner in the draft? No. But best player available, Christian Fulton at LSU, man.
Oh,
You know what
I
I'm saying?
have Christian Fulton
Coming off the
going
national
too, but not that
championship
high.
team.
I got
definitely
I got
puts out
CJ
that
Henderson above
back in front in
CJ
that
Henderson
Ohio State
above
game.
him and Jeffrey
I
Okuda
feel
right
like
now.
Christian's is he
Florida?
gonna be an impact player?
Why?
Probably not.
Bruh, I don't know. Some of his tape I was watching earlier. I was just like,
Stay in
ooh.
the South, gets to play for a really good organization, really great organization.
But I do like
Falcons.
Christian Fulton.
Last year I
though.
had Falcons making
LSU corner,
playoffs. But
Yeah,
let me
he
down.
trusts his eyes a lot. I love it.
We'll
He's
see.
not the
We'll
best, like you
definitely see.
said, but
I'm
off
gonna
man.
end part
He
1 of this
reminds
video
me of,
here. We're gonna
he could be
I'm
like
gonna send
Sherman.
part 2 later
he
on.
play
but I hope
man,
you
like
guys
zone
enjoyed.
man, off man.
Let me know if you
shit
guys
like that.
are interested in seeing
And thrive. Like
2
something
and
Samuel,
3. I'll make it a
basically.
little faster, a little easier for you.
Yeah, they get
That's
faster,
the first
bro.
16. So far we got Joe Burrow at 1, Chase Young
That
at
first
2.
verse, baby.
This looks like
You
a
feel
fun
me?
draft, man. This looks
How
like
you
a fun draft
think it looks?
so far, and we're halfway there. Man.
I didn't
So,
dispute a lot of the
It's your boy
picks.
Flam God signing off. FlamGawdGaming.
Me neither. He just got a
Check
few
out my,
a few reaches
YouTube
to me
gaming
with the
channel
offensive
and my
linemen
YouTube Twitch
because
stream at
I
the
feel like
bottom
them
in the
motherfuckers
description
gonna come out
below.
like candy.
Shout out to PierrePierreProductions. I love you, brother. Part 2 coming soon.
Love you too, bro.
Yeah, whore.
Whore. Alright, well, that's Flammy's first half of his draft. I'm Pierre. This is Robert. Thanks for watching episode 2. Make sure you like and subscribe, man.
Yeah, man. Hit that link button, man. You feel me?